Hello and happy early Halloween, Premier Planet. Justin Barlow here, and I'm here to fill you in on all the action you might have missed if you didn't make it out to Woodstock for our 222nd studio taping this last Saturday night. It was indeed a night of tricks and treats. Thank you for all of you who came out to the Premier Studio to show your support. If you couldn't make it, we know you were here with us in spirit. We thank you as well. We kicked off the action with a one-on-one match. It was Connor Core taking on PPW newcomer Bryce Akers. Now, if you remember, the reason this match came about was a result of a week ago. It was a tag team match in which Bryce Akers and Sky Blue were victorious over Connor and his camp. So Connor Core demanded this one-on-one match with Bryce Akers, but Connor, he bit off more than he could chew because Bryce, in the end, is able to roll Connor up with a small package and pick up a big victory in one-on-one action in the opening contest. We followed up that match with a tag team match. It was the team of Kim Chi and the Science Marcus Smith taking on the duo of Irish Andy Anderson and longtime veteran Matt Longtime. The Love Machine was in the Premier Studio, and together he and Andy formed a really cohesive unit, breaking out some rather unorthodox tactics, but either way, they definitely worked, and in the end, Matt Longtime and Andy, they're about to get squashed underneath the Science and Kim Chi, but giving themselves a thumbs up, they were able to stave off the offense and from there roll both men up for a double pin and a victory in tag team action. After that, it was a triple threat match, or it appeared to be more of a handicap match in the early going because it was Sky Blue, everyone's favorite little devil, taking on her two opponents, 0-2 and 0-4. Now, Connor Core was at ringside. He thought this one was in the bag, but as the match wore on, the desire to become the victor overtook the Zeros, and they started battling with each other. So we had a true-to-life triple threat match on our hand, but in the end, all three participants and Connor end up on the outside. Sky Blue delivers a diving crossbody, takes all three out, but as she's trying to get back into the ring over and over again, she's pulled off the apron, and at the last second, 0-4 rolls under the bottom rope and wins the match by way of countout. However, this week coming up, we've been informed there's going to be a rematch. Again, triple threat rules. Sky Blue is going to take on 0-2 and 0-4, only this time there's going to be no countouts, and the only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or by throwing your opponent over the top rope. And for added effect, Connor Core is banned from ringside in this one. After that, it was Tag Team Championship action. The new champions who were crowned 1 week ago, Anakin and Jose Acosta, defending their titles against the now challengers, Inestra and Sensei. Now, Anakin and Jose, over the last week, getting into the heads of the challengers. Of course, Inestra and Sem trying to play that isolation game that they like to utilize so much in their competition. And in the end, though, it got so fast-paced, all four men in the ring, it was hard to keep track of who was legal and who was not. And in the end, we had a double pin. And after a moment of suspense, though, it was revealed that because Jose had the pin and was the legal man, he and Anakin have retained their PPW World Heavyweight Championships. Of course, this was not without protest from Sem and Inestra, and they were granted a rematch for this Saturday night due to the rather confusing pin. Inestra claimed he was the legal man, but that's not the way the referee saw it this time around. And then we came to our World Heavyweight Championship main event after 2 straight weeks of defeating the champion by way of disqualification. Matt Vine was ready to cash in on getting in the champion's head, or so he thought, because Chase Gosling really brought his A game to this matchup, fighting so hard to defend his championship. But out of nowhere comes Jay Bradley, who earlier in the week made an ominous threat or promise, or however you want to look at it, that he was coming to PPW to do damage to somebody. He runs in, breaks up the main event, and as the locker room is trying to get Jay Bradley out of the ring, Jay gets his hands on Anakin and takes a chain and wraps it around Anakin's throat and holds him hostage until he gets what he came for, and that was a triple threat match between him, Chase, and Matt Vine. It was underway. Jay Bradley really dominating in this matchup, but in the end, whew, wow. Let's roll the footage and you can see for yourself. So your winner and the new PPW World Heavyweight Champion, your now 5-time champion, the world exclusive Matt Vine. So Matt Vine now in his record-setting 5th reign as PPW Champion, but Chase Gosling was not about to go down without saying a few words himself. Because Matt Vine had pinned Jay Bradley and not him, Chase is invoking his rematch clause this Saturday night at PPW 223, and he wants that gold back, and he wants to prove that what happened this week was as a result of Matt Vine pinning Jay Bradley and not pinning him, because in Chase's mind now, it's game on. He wants to prove that he is the better man once and for all. As always, Premier Planet, if you haven't done so already, you can follow us everywhere you may roam on social media. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget, we also have the Tag Team Championships coming up this Saturday night, as well as a triple threat rematch. Sky Blue takes on 0-2 and 0-4. This time, no countouts. Victories are, the pinfall, submission, or by throwing your opponent over the top rope. That's the only way to win. And Connor Core will be banned from ringside in this match. And now back what I was saying before, social media, folks, we are all over, everywhere you may roam on the internet. Give us a like on Facebook. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and Snapchat. Both of those are at Premier Planet. Be sure to find us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, I can't say this enough, go to PremierProWrestling.com, click the on-demand link, and start your 2-week free trial of our on-demand streaming service. And then once your 2-week trial is up, it's just the low price of $4.99 per month to stream all the PPW content your heart desires. We post new content every Wednesday, so again, it's PremierProWrestling.com. You click the on-demand link, and that is where you can start your 2-week free trial of our on-demand streaming service today. On behalf of all of us here at Premier Pro Wrestling, I'm Justin Barlow, and I want to thank you for your continued support of Premier Pro Wrestling. We're here each and every Saturday night at 1230 Davis Road in Woodstock for your viewing pleasure, and we will see you folks out here this Saturday for PPW 223.